It was raining on the night of Halloween. On the Captain Southwestern Railroad, sitting quietly, was ex-Clinchfield 311, an old 482 mountain steam engine. She was to take a train of log cars from Kenton to Black Wolf Logging Camp and then deliver another train on the return journey. Earlier that morning, weather reports issued several storm warnings that was coming through that evening and throughout most of the day. It had been raining lightly, but this was only the early sign of the bad weather approaching.
Well, old girl, it looks like we've got a storm coming in.
Just my luck. Having to take this train and then take another one down the mountain in a storm.
Don't you worry. I'm confident you'll make it without trouble.
Confidence. That seems to be the only thing that keeps me going, despite what the others say.
Hey, no matter what happens, the manager will not let those fools touch you. Not as long as he, or me, or your firemen are here.
You're the only ones who have shown me sympathy ever since I came here, and I'm grateful for it. So what's our arrival time back in Campton?
Our arrival is 1 a.m., right on the dot.
Right. Let's get rolling.
During the run, 311 was doing very well, traveling 15 miles per hour, the correct speed to travel on the Miller River Canyon. It was still raining lightly, now beginning to follow with the rumble sound of thunder and whistling winds. They arrived at the logging camp at Black Wolf Mountain right on time. After being serviced and checked over by her crew, 311 was preparing to take the other train of log cars back to Campton. However, there was a short delay as the signal that gave them the all-clear malfunctioned. It was repaired, but this only had made 311 late for her return journey.
This rain is almost hard to see through. It's unsafe, and knowing how dangerous this line is in these conditions, it's almost suicidal.
We'll be home as quick as we can after we've delivered these logs. But remember what I said. I'm confident that we'll make it out of here and be home free.
The storm had gotten more worse for cause of major flash floods, loosening large rocks and trees from the banks, causing them to plunge into the raging rapids below, pulling them downstream.
Watch out!
No word of 311 at Campton was heard the next day. As the minutes turned into hours, great concern grew and crews were dispatched to a search and rescue operation. When they came across the Miller River, they saw that the bridge had collapsed. They searched toward the river. There was no indication that a train may have gone over it. Other than the bridge itself, whatever happened to 311 and its crew, they had vanished into thin air. After a new and stronger bridge was constructed, strange events began to occur. A year after the accident, a freight train was heading towards the same place where 311 had disappeared. The engineer and the locomotive claimed to have seen a headlight, hearing a bell ring and a whistle sounding. But then they all vanished together without a trace. Many reports of similar events throughout the decades soon followed. People and engines alike would report seeing an engine trying to make it over to the other side of the bridge, but never does. According to the legend, if you walk alone on the mountain line of the Highland Valley Logging and Mining Company Railroad in the fall, you might just hear the cry of a whistle in the wind. If you're brave enough to walk the line during the thunderstorm on Halloween, you might just get a glance of a 482 with a blood-red lamp. As it flares past you, it's whistling, screaming into the distance, only to vanish in the night.